All right, class, quiet down. We're going to be starting in just a moment. I need all of your attention. My name is Professor Indiana Jones, and we are going to be teaching how to summon a demon. Calm down, everyone. I don't literally mean that we're going to summon a demon. What we're going to be covering today is various ancient texts that propose to summon a demon. Now, this is very relevant because the sects that practice this typically were on the outskirts of society, and as such, they had to remain hidden. The reason this is so important to an archaeologist is if they remained hidden, that means that what we find tends to be unspoiled. And the fear from people of finding these things keep them hidden. And that means if you are a diligent archaeologist, you may find some well-preserved artifacts that are in incredibly good shape. Now, first, we want to talk about the hidden city of Hamunaptra. Hamunaptra was hidden for many, many years in Egypt until it was recently found by a couple who purported to have a very interesting adventure. We'll get to that another time, but what I want to talk about is what is there now. The tomb has been excavated. The body of the condemned priest, who was known for summoning spirits, has been removed. What happens to the tomb now? That's where the work of an archaeologist comes in. That's where all of you can help me. Now, I've compiled quite a bit of data here from Hamunaptra, and we're going to talk about what you would do if you were on site. What would you look for? What would you exclude? What is important? What is not important? Here we can see these contain spells from the Book of the Dead. Now, there are many books of the dead, many of them referenced in different dynasties of Egypt. But this was a special one that was made on gold plates that had secret incantations, so secret that they were forbidden by the ancient Egyptians. Now, here's where things get interesting. Would anyone in here be willing to actually read the incantation that would summon a demon? No? Why not? We are people of science. We are people of logic. Yes, in my career as an archaeologist, I have occasionally seen some things that I can't explain. That does not mean that those things are supernatural. It just means that they are not currently understood. So I do not want you to be afraid of the unknown. We'll go ahead and we'll start. O Shakara Nokti, O Shakara Nakti Dombasido, O Shakadari Mofa Gosheba. Now, did anyone see any demons? No, of course not. And it is important that you, as a scientist, stay focused. That you... What was that sound? Is everyone okay? Now listen, I want everyone to remain calm. Whatever is happening is just an atmospheric disturbance. Excuse me, I am in the middle of a lecture right now. Oh, well, You're a doctor as well? Of a kind. Well, I am Dr. Indiana Jones, and I am giving a lecture, and you can come see me after. This is important, huh? Well, I don't see what's more important than higher education. The fate of the world. Sure, I've heard that before, but usually it's with the people in Germany that we don't really care for. Yeah, this is different, huh? Well, could we maybe discuss this after? Now, okay. What is it precisely you're looking for, Doctor? The incantation that I just read. Well, as you can see, it didn't have any of. Now, maybe I added a little Irish to my coffee, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 a.m. Why is it completely dark outside? Because of what I read. Are you sure? Well, I guess my fate is in your hands, Doctor. What do we do now? Well, of course, I'll be happy to help you, but I need to know what's going on. I have summoned an army of the dead? I'm sorry, Doctor, but that sounds highly improbable. Okay, there does appear to be an army of the dead outside. Where did they even come from? Well, I'm sorry, but you seem like the kind of person who can handle this sort of thing. Do you just want to do your little magic-y magic? You can't. Why not? Because there's an enchantment. Only the person who made the incantation can undo it. So they're going to try to kill me because I'm the only one who can stop it. That's great. Well, let's just... Is there an incantation to undo it? I could be happy to read that. I'll read that right away. I'm pretty good with my ancient Egyptian. Oh. It's not that simple. There has to be a sacrifice? Well, I'm not sacrificing anyone in here. Oh, not that kind of sacrifice. There has to be a sacrifice of life. What exactly do you mean, Doctor? Doctor who? No, I'm asking Doctor Who. Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate. What kind of sacrifice? A sacrifice of destiny. So, you're saying that I'm destined to become this great legend, this amazing figure throughout history, and I need to sacrifice that? Well, I don't know how to tell you this. I gave up my pursuit of fortune and glory a long time ago. I got over that. But you still want to preserve it in some way. Okay, fine. They can give me a plaque. I don't care. A movie? What do you mean, a movie? I mean, I'm no Clark Gable. All right. Whatever it is that we require, we've got to stop that army. So you're saying that I, Professor Jones, will fade into obscurity, but the story of me will endure. And that story will become a film? I mean, if that's what it takes. But we need to ensure that this is never read again. Oh, now that is brilliant, Dr. Fate. By putting this in the story, it will make it not real. It will make it not a real incantation, just a story incantation. Well, I've always studied history, and stories are part of history. They can lead to wonderful discoveries. Maybe my story will inspire someone someday. Now, let's read that incantation, and we will get rid of of the army of the dead. Thank you so much for watching Roleplay Riot. If you are enjoying this, like and subscribe. I would love to do a cosplay just for you, a roleplay just for you. If there's a particular one you want, put it in the comments below. I'd love to see it.